2020 continues with True Confessions. Here's Chris Connolly.
Nothing turns a dream house into a home glum like a bad contractor. Interior desecrators who can make any owner want to split level their skulls.
You abandoned us. You walked out in the middle of this job and left us in a death trap.
Now contractors responsible for such wretched renovations as these, those who fled unfinished jobs after the owner's check cleared, are being forced to confess their sins and repent on camera, thanks to Spike TV's Catch A Contractor.
This beam thing is really bad. I mean, the whole thing could have crashed down.
As Adam Carolla and company track him down, confront him.
We need to talk to you about a project.
Take that. You're gonna fix this mess.
And then 2x4 them over their own shoddy workmanship. From busted bathrooms.
Here's where they found Saddam Hussein.
Yeah.
And sickly stucco.
The stucco looks like it was put on with a flip-flop.
To totally contaminated kitchens.
We've gotten infested with silverfish and crickets.
Yeah. Your skill is bull.
The show's also a tongue-and-groove fit for the no-nonsense funny man Carolla.
It's a little off. I built this myself.
Who built the studio where he records a daily podcast himself.
I'm Adam Carolla. I did everything.
And back in the day, labored in construction for 15 years.
I did it out of desperation. I had to go to work, so I just got a job, and eventually I worked my way up to, carpenter.
Even Carolla's got a confession to make. In those early days, he hammered his way into some disasters himself. Is there some family out in the metropolitan Los Angeles area right now that's looking at the way their wall comes together and going, that effing Carolla?
There's definitely some houses out there that by now stuff is probably coming undone, and they're probably cursing Carolla's name.
Carolla knows why so many homeowners are cursing their contractors' names now.
I know a lot of bad contractors. And these guys, their goal is food, survival, a beer.
So Carolla's goal, be an able avenger for couples like these. Samantha's a keeper at the zoo. Scott designs kids' toys. But when they hired an underbidding contractor to transform their LA home.
And then this is all the old subway tile backsplash that he messed up.
You can actually see one of the tiles that just literally fell off the wall right there.
The I'm so out of here shambles he left behind was no one's idea of a playroom. A scuzzy, unsafe enclosure fit for neither man nor beast. That's a big hole in your ceiling.
It was completely open to the rafters.
Yeah.
It was so cold in here.
Yeah. Their rage at the unfinished, unacceptable job really hit home.
And ultimately, all the frustration and all the emotions that you feel towards the contractor ending up getting taken out on each other.
It was the hardest thing that I've ever gone through, but this was the ultimate.
So the couple reached out after hearing about the show on Carolla's podcast.
I could take it, renovate it, and make some extra cash.
Hey guys.
Before long, they had a team on their side, including the show's full-time contractor, Skip Bedell.
The bottom line is this is what I do. This is truly what I do, and I'm very passionate about my work.
They said that it was one of the worst ones they'd ever seen.
Yeah.
And they genuinely felt really bad for us. I was furious. Yeah. I was even more mad than when he was actually here.
The last time I saw him was when the last check got cut.
It was like a vibrating bed at a cheap motel. Stop feeding the quarters in, it stops.
I'm on the search for Jeff Dillman.
So Skip's PI spouse, Allison, began to track down the contractor.
This guy drives fast in that Range Rover. I had to eat a couple of red lights, go through a couple of stop signs, but finally, he stopped at a construction site, and I could approach him.
There, she lured his unsuspecting self to a meeting at a Sting house.
I need to get some work done on my house, and I was just wondering if maybe I can have you come over for an estimate. I don't really know anybody.
Yeah.
Okay, come on in.
The trap was set.
You can just take a seat over here.
And then the trap was sprung.
He's all yours.
Sam and Scott were vibrating with rage as they saw their contractor confronted by Adam and Skip.
Hey, Jeff.
Oh, I'm gonna take off.
I mean, are you taking off on this family again because you know you're wrong?
You're just like really mad and you want to run out there and punch him in the face, and you're at the same time going, yeah, Adam, Skip, get him,
Man, you're in big trouble, Jeff.
See that bodyguard? He made sure the contractor didn't flee as Adam convinced him it was time to fess up and make things right with Scott and Samantha.
I think they want you to apologize for putting them in this condition.
What happened, happened, and I'm sorry. Let's fix it so I can move on.
There is a psychology, there's a kind of a relax, we're not here to cause you any harm. We want to put this thing to bed just like you do.
Once their contractor acquiesced, he returned to their house to fix the mess he made, like the others, amid plenty of heckling from Corolla.
Stuff is popping out like a homeless guy's teeth. Where did you find these tile guys?
Somewhere through Craigslist.
Craigslist is for picking up dudes. They understand, all right, we're gonna give you some crap now. It's gonna take a little pounding, but when we're done, you'll come across as a good guy.
Here we go.
Oh my God.
And when it was done at last, well...
I had no idea that it was going to look this beautiful, so of course I cried. I can never imagine.
How can a typical homeowner avoid needing this show to save them?
Rule number 1, never give a contractor more than half the money up front. Never.
You get what you pay for, says Corolla. Some homeowners pay cheap.
A lot of the guys we've dealt with don't know enough to know what it's going to take to do this job. I say to people, look, you know, surf and turf is expensive, but if somebody says, hey, I got surf and turf for you at $3.99, there's going to be an issue with that surf and or that turf. How good can it be?
The new season of Adam Carolla's Catch A Contractor starts back up on Spike TV this fall. Stay with us.
Next, they're selling you